A very happy holidays to all, and we are hoping that it will be a happy holiday for Father Winter as he takes on the challenge of 7 little elves. So, yeah, we are doing the 7 infant challenge, just with a little bit of a holiday twist. So, on the stream just a few days ago, I built this house. If you'd like to check it out, it should still be up there as one of the video on demands or VODs. We'll just take a quick look inside. We have the heart of the home, our living room. Lots of open space so that I can toss toys down there as we need them, or just have some, room to roam and teach. We have the much required tree with a little chamber pot hidden back there. A little place to potty with a view. We have a lovely tent here with a gingerbread theme for the little elves to play in. And of course, we have a room for them, all lined up like a lovely little dormitory. And a few of the things that we'll need to take care of them along the way. Over here is Father Winter's bedroom. Very basic. I don't think he's going to have a whole lot of time to spend in there. We have the kitchen, which one might say is the true heart of the home. And there's probably going to be a lot of snacks prepared here. Hopefully we can find time for some good family meals. And, there's the dining room, which is the fancy dining room that pretty much no one is ever going to have a chance to use because we're going to be too busy raising toddlers. Elves. Each of our 7 elves has a different trait, and a couple of them have already acquired little quirks. Tinsel is clingy with a love for sounds. Figgy is independent and aggressive. Mary is fussy, a little singer, that's the one we're going to get the carols out of, and a bit of a wanderer. Sparkle is a charmer who loves water. Twinkle is just simply angelic, but with a name like Twinkle, how would you expect anything else? Jingle is inquisitive and also a little singer, going to be doing a little caroling with his sibling. And Holly is silly and destructive. It's really great for us that we have 2 destructive elves. And Father Winter, or Clement Frost himself, is good, cheerful, childish, and gregarious. He has a bit of a goal of being a friend of the world, although I'll say that we're not necessarily going to focus a whole lot on that, because it's going to be tough enough for us just to get these elves, to the next rank, if you will. Alright, taking a look through all of them, it looks like Mary is needing a little love and attention. Oh my goodness, they are just developing all the quirks. But I'm also seeing that Twinkle needs to go potty, so I think it might be a good idea for us to start out by potty training you, because you need it the most. Now, my ultimate goal, beyond just surviving to the next stage of elfdom, is to get all of their traits, or all of their skills, to at least 3 for every one of them. I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm going to guess probably not well. Alright, Tinsel is already getting into trouble in the... okay, yeah. We're going to need you to probably ask to be potty trained as well. You're going to need some help. One of them is independent, but I'm not sure which one of them. But we're also going to make sure that we get you cooking something. He has a 10 for baking skill, but unfortunately only a 1 for cooking skills, so we have a long day ahead of us. And like a typical parent with multiple elves at home, he's got an unfinished coffee that's probably getting cold. He's talking to the wall. We're only like 5 minutes into this, and he's already losing it. Not a good sign. Oh no, we've got an elf crying. Oh no, we gotta give you some, let's see, give you some love of some sort. Let's see. Toddler care. No, friendly, how about we just give you some affection. How about a comfort? Oh geez, you need to stop now. I think we might have to do some firm parenting. Although I think that falls under friendly. Alright, we're gonna have each of the elves who are hungry grab something to eat. All starting out with a little bit of grilled cheese, because that's the best that Father Winter can do right now. Oh, look at that. We got... Okay, yeah, you've already acquired one of those. Why don't you go ahead and grab a serving, get kind of a head start on things. You are all right. You are definitely getting hungry, so you're gonna go and babble, but let's have you grab a serving, and you will grab a serving, and you will grab a serving. I'm actually just remembering, I think when I do this challenge, I'm not supposed to control the elves in any way, so I think I'm going to try to stick to that. I think that's kind of part of the challenge. Oh, so many sad little elves because they're hungry, as if there isn't food. Oh no, you can't get to it. Okay, let's try this again. You know, didn't fully playtest the house, in case it wasn't obvious. Let's try again. The kids were able to... Sorry, elves were able to use the potty. You would think that you could clean it. That just doesn't make sense. I think we're going to have Father Winter start out with a little reading to the toddlers with When is Winter? Is it spring? Not now, but soon. Is it fall? Perhaps by noon. Is it summer? The heat seems likely. When is winter? Who knows? Oh, they're all starting to gather. They're learning movement and creativity. And Figgy is a messy eater. Figgy, you're just going to be the bane of my existence, aren't you? I do want to give a quick shout out to Trey Noir for creating this particular Father Winter that I'm using. They do have some great outfits on him, but I kind of just switched it so he's wearing the same thing for everything. But I definitely recommend checking out their Father Winter. Amazingly well done. I loved how he looked. Alright, it is getting late. I think I'm going to try to get each of them to sleep. We're starting with Twinkle and Figgy and working our way down the line. At this rate, reading them all to sleep is going to take all night. Well, for some reason, in the middle of trying to get everyone to sleep, someone needed a bath. You know, at least they're willing to ask Father Winter for some help. Oh geez, we don't even have them all to sleep yet, and they're already starting to wake up. Even though I think Mary is actually tired yet. I don't know. Ah, Mary hates bedtime. That explains it. And Twinkle is a light sleeper, and Twinkle also loves wake-up time. And Jingle loves wake-up time, even though Jingle had all of 2 minutes of sleep. It is 2 a.m., and I think Father Winter is about to lose it. And the food's already empty, and it looks like we've got some kids who are probably getting hungry, so yeah, we're gonna have to make some more food. So much for sleep. At least he's enjoying a little bath time. Oh, and Figgy and Twinkle have a little bit of a difficult dynamic. Figgy, I told you, Figgy is going to be the problem child. Elf. 5 days remaining. There's already a mess in the kitchen. He hasn't even had a chance to enjoy some Coca-Cola. You know, what kind of Christmas is it if Father Winter can't enjoy a Coca-Cola? We must have a kid outside because the wall just broke away over there. Sorry, an elf outside. I'll get it straight eventually. Right about the time I'm done recording. Okay, food out. He's going to try to get some sleep. He's chilled because it's cold. Would probably help if I, you know, gave them heat. All right, we have 5 days remaining, and we're just going to do a quick check. Tinsel needs to go to the bathroom and is asleep outside in the playhouse. Figgy has actually figured out how to... Are you independent? Or did you... Oh, yeah, you have to be... Yeah, you're the independent aggressive one. Great. Figgy is using the potty. Okay, we need to make sure we give Mary a bath, but at least she's sleeping. Sparkle also needs to use the bathroom and needs a bath and is grabbing some food despite the fact that they really don't need it. Twinkle actually doing pretty well, all things considered. As far as the actual skills, maybe a whole different story, but Jingle also asleep and will just need to grab something to eat, and Holly needs some attention, but is asleep right now in this tent. Tinsel and Sparkle are leaving trails of green, so we're going to make sure we give them both baths. Oh my goodness, he keeps talking about how ew Tinsel is, but refuses to give this poor elf a bath. Oh, Tinsel wanted a bubble bath. That was the only thing he would agree to. Well, Mary is not having a great day. She has soiled herself, and even though she was queued up to be the next one to take a bath, Father Winter decided, nah, I'm gonna move on to this other stinky kid first because I just potty trained you. Yeah, I have learned that I cannot cue... Excuse you? Give a bubble bath to poor Mary. She needs it. I've learned I can't cue things up because if I do, it actually like cancels out on me. Just a little bit of an issue there. Now, it may not be that big of an issue for some, but I am a chronic cuer to the point that I have a Q extender app or mod installed. So can we not give this poor kid a bath? Oh my goodness. So anyway, it is a little tougher on me than maybe some, I don't know, or maybe I'm not the only one who wishes that the queue were naturally longer and I didn't need a mod to be able to queue up a dozen things at once. But when it keeps getting canceled whenever I queue something, it's kind of frustrating. Also, I'm trying to stop myself from dragging things directly into the trash and making Father Winter do it because I am trying to make his life difficult. You know, that's kind of part of the deal here. I think I might have to give up this dream of them actually all getting their skills up to 3. I don't even have time to give them all baths. It's like a full-time job just cleaning up all of the dishes that are left all over this house. He has cooked 4 dishes already, and every one of them have been, like, eaten up. Also, he's got a random admirer who keeps calling and wants to go out with him, and apparently she's assuming there's not a Mrs. Claus. Or Mrs. Winter, I should say. But you see, Mrs. Winter is away on a little bit of a vacation before the holidays hit because she knows that Father Winter gets just a little bit crazy around this time of year. And so she's just, you know, getting out of the way until Winterfest is over. Alright, well, every evening, as I've been trying to do here, we are going to do a little bit of a check. It's really cute watching them all interact. Tinsel is asleep once again. Figgy is over here. Oh, Figgy's here sleeping and Tinsel's there. Gotcha. Figgy is going to need to go potty. Luckily, he can do that himself. Mary is kind of running low on the energy and getting angry from playing with toys. You were the one that chose to do that, so don't know. Okay, Sparkle over here making friends with one of the other elves. Holly. Twinkle. Oh, Twinkle luckily has queued up some food there, but we're going to have to maybe take a look at that bath situation again. And Jingle's over here playing with a little sheep toy, also probably in need of a bath pretty soon. And Holly actually doing pretty well, all things considered. Alright, about 4 and 5 days, depending on which of them you click on, until everybody starts to age up. I have no idea why Tinsel is actually a little bit older. Doesn't make sense, but it's The Sims. So we have Clement here. I always forget his real name. Grabbing something to eat, and then we're going to start a round of potty training and baths. Yeah, it's not going to be a good day. Well, I have learned that these elves are very great at communicating their needs. They do let Father Winter know when they need a bath or need to go potty sometimes. Twinkle, not great about letting us know when they need to go to the bathroom. Sparkle is probably going to need a bath soon after playing in the toilet, but I'm not loving that he was thinking about food right after. Yep, scary. He's going to get some food right after having his hands in the toilet. That's not a good sign. He went right through that tree. It's like he's magic. It is pretty funny to me that these elves will only agree to bubble baths, but not regular baths. They're very particular about their baths. Want to keep it fun, Very elf-like. I have to say I'm very happy and very impressed with how many skills they're actually managing to gain, considering we've hardly had time to do anything skill-building-wise to help them out. Now, he's probably going to pee his pants, he's going to collapse from total exhaustion, but at least we found a chance to actually have one of the elves learn a little something. I don't think it's going to make much difference. I have a feeling these skills are going to be much lower than I would like. Oh no, those two are fighting again. It's always Figgy. Figgy is always at the center of every argument in this little group and always starting something. He's a very problematic little elf. I think he's one of those who ends up being an elf on the shelf, don't you think? Well, at least the positive side is, with so many toddlers, they do spend a lot of time talking to each other, so maybe those communication skills will be a little better than I thought. I think the thinking skill is going to be where we struggle the most. We get movement just from them moving around. Potty skill, I can at least do something about it. I can use these blocks, but it's not an easy thing with 7 of them to keep teaching them how to use the blocks. And they don't seem to use them autonomously. So that's going to be a tough skill to build. As I've said, it's not my main focus, but I sure would like to focus on it a little more. Father Winter needs a little bit of amusement, so how about we have a little story time for everybody? Well, Father Winter is absolutely miserable. It remains to be seen if he's going to survive until Christmas Day, when all of his little elves are ready for their first big job. Check back in tomorrow and we'll see if he survived, or we'll see if the elves managed to stick around. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on being perfectly you.